Mick Foley's podcast, Foley is Pod. I've been listening to that a lot.
Oh my god, I love Mick Foley.
We love Mick.
Me? The best.
I did, because I was able to moderate Mick's panel at Louisiana Comic Con back in March. Because I feel like I've kind of like, because Matt Hernandez does a great job as our main host MC doing all the main stage panels, but sometimes when it's wrestling related, I'm like, actually usually when it's wrestling related, I'm like, hey, I want to do that.
I got this.
Well,
I want to do that wrestling thing.
And then when you ask Matt, he's like, yeah, I'll think about it.
He's like, I'll think about it every time, and then whatever. And I think at that point in time, he just kind of was like, I kind of do feel like I need a break. So I sat down with Mick and did his panel, and I feel like that was one of the most unique ones I've ever done. The only other one I think that was more unique was Danhausen's. I did Danhausen's last year in Memphis.
Love him.
Which was great because, we did the whole thing with the character and we did a lot of improv, and because I'm like, it's a scenario that I thought was really cool. It's like, you got a microphone, he's got a microphone, there's a live crowd, and you've just got no idea what he's about to do. But I think he and I had to riff a lot more because the crowd was kind of timid, which was weird. It
was a horror crowd.
What's that?
It was a horror crowd.
It was a horror crowd, but they were there. I mean, but they were all aware of who he was and his character, like the people that showed up to the panel. But I think what happens is, like, everybody shows up with their wrestling questions, their typical, like, well, who would you want to wrestle? And what was your best, whatever. And then they sit down and then all of a sudden this character walks out that they've, like, seen on TV and on the internet, and they're face to face with it. And they're like, oh, I can't ask this guy wrestling questions. Like, that's not even going to be like, you can't do that. So all of a sudden they're like, I don't know what to say to this guy now. But that was a lot of fun. But
just
yeah,
a quick plug for Danhausen.
What's that?
Just a quick plug for Danhausen.
Yeah.
If you ever get the opportunity to meet him or his wife, oh my goodness, they are the sweetest people, and just so humble and nice and just freaking charming. And it's like they'll just sit there and talk to you all day, even though they got a line of people. They really do love their fans. Very cool people.
Yeah. And he's got a lot of cool merch too, which is always
he's got great merch.